evening. I'm Rachel Riley, and I'm very pleased to be your host here this evening. If you're not in London and you're not enjoying this rain that we've had flowing, especially for our visitors, then welcome to you if you're watching us on the live stream across the world. Good afternoon or good day to you, depending on wherever you are. Now, it's no secret that Lenovo are a dynamic technology company, and they've been capturing our attention even more recently since they became #1 more than a year ago. Now, first up tonight, I'd like to introduce Aymar de Loncoursing. He's Lenovo's president of EMEA. You might be mistaken for thinking that you've come in from somewhere exotic. You've just travelled from South London, but there are lots of people that have flown in from all over the world today here.
Well, actually, the funny part is I travelled from South London, but it took me longer to get here than if I had travelled from Paris, where I was born.
Yes.
Now,
welcome to London.
I would like, many people traveled a great distance to come here, but there's one especially that I want to pinpoint tonight. And I would like you all in the room to be particularly nice to him and give him a big round of applause because he's my boss. The Chief Operating Officer of Lenovo, Gianfranco Lanci, who is sitting here in front. Welcome.
Thank you for being here. Thank you all indeed. Now let's get started. Aymar, Lenovo, they're being known now for moving to less traditional areas of PC. Can you tell us a bit about your strategy and your thinking here?
Well, we certainly had a busy year. It started with our CEO conveniently within 1 week of one another announcing 2 major acquisitions. The first one was the acquisition of the x86 server business from IBM. And as you may have read or heard, this deal just closed. We're very happy.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you. We're very happy to welcome to our family, to Lenovo family, a bunch of new colleagues, engineers, marketeers, product specialists, as well as all the products and technology that come with it. Welcome to the team. The second acquisition was the acquisition of Motorola, the acquisition of Motorola from Google. And this deal has not closed yet.
So is there a date on that at the moment?
We've always said that it would close before the end of the year, and we always do what we say we're going to do.
Right, before the end of the year.
Stay true to this, and this deal will close before the end of the year. We're in October, so any day now. And we're quite excited to have this team join us, because when they do, we will immediately become the 3rd largest smartphone manufacturer in the world. But it's not just about those 2 deals. We've also announced this last summer investment in the internet business that will fuel and inspire the next generation of innovation. So, in short, we are a very ambitious company, and we want to be #1, not just in PCs.
Yeah, but you did mention you're #1 in PCs, and I hear you've got some good news about that as well?
Right off the press. It was published yesterday night or early this morning, depending where you are. But IDC reported that, yes, we're #1 yet again, with 20% market share now worldwide, which is a spectacular result. We're very happy with it, especially since it's now the 6th quarter in a row that we're #1. And we have been outperforming and outgrowing the market for now 21 consecutive quarters. So we're very thankful to all of the partners and the customers who've asked us to do so.
So #1 in PCs, and you mentioned the word ambition. And I'm sure you're not satisfied with just being #1 in PCs. Where's Lenovo, where's your aim for the future? Where are your opportunities?
That's a good question. You know, the world is changing, and it's not just about PCs. Our customers want to access the internet and their data across multiple devices. So smartphone, to start with, it's a huge market.
Absolutely.
Almost 2 billion by the year 2018, 1.8 billion. And we have every intention, starting from the #3 slots that we'll have after the close of the Motorola acquisition, to grow in that segment. But what may not be fully known by all is today, already today, we ship more tablets and smartphones than we do PCs.
Wow.
So we're already very present in those 2 markets. And when we set our mind to do something, we do it. This is very much part of the culture of the company. When we commit, we execute. And we have a big goal for this year.
Yeah, so 1.8 million smartphones, so billion smartphones already. That's a big number, and anyone that knows me in the UK knows I'm a big fan of numbers, and I think there's another one that you're aiming for in 2014 too.
That's right, that's right. We're aiming this year to ship 100 million smartphones and tablets. And quite frankly, we're well on our way to do this goal. So this is our commitment, and you can count on us to deliver on it.
So 100 million, and you're already on your way to achieving that goal. So how are you going to do it?
Well, it's a good question. You know, I think
big target.
We like to keep things simple at Lenovo. And to get there, nothing will work best than to stick to who we are and what we know. It got us thus far, and we believe it will get us to the next level. And that is innovate. This is very much part of our fabric at Lenovo. It's part of our DNA. We like to innovate and relentlessly search for a better way that will distinguish us from others. So just like what we did with our yoga franchise. Yoga started from a very simple idea. It was to make the product more flexible. And we turned it upside down. We did.
Yeah.
Because we adapted to the user instead of asking the user to adapt to the technology of the product. So it's all about responding to how people use the technology today. And I'm thrilled and so excited to have you here in the room and all of you on the web watching now and joining me in watching the reveal of our new yoga franchise, our new yoga product.
Absolutely. I'm personally glad to say that it's just the products that are standing on their head and being flexible, because I'm not in a position to do anything like that this evening.
I'm not going to ask you to.
Thank you very much. Right, we've got that on tape. Thank you, Omar.
Thank you.
Cheers. Now, even though I'm not familiar with traditional yoga, I am familiar with the yoga convertible, so I'm really excited to see what's coming along next in the line. So I'm going to introduce to the stage a man who knows. He's going to tell us. It's Dilip Bhatia, and he's Vice President of Marketing and Design for Lenovo's PC Group. So I'm going to leave you, Dilip. Thank you.
Hello world! It's great to be here, and I'm really honored to represent the PC Group. People often ask us, where do we get the best ideas from? Some of our most innovative ideas are also the most simple. Our design inspiration for our yoga product actually started with this journal. This journal is a very simple device, simple notebook that I can turn, flip with one finger. It's easy to hold, it's easy to grip. Our designers asked the question, why can't we take this idea further and rotate it all the way 360 degrees? And hence, yoga came out. Now here are pictures of people using yoga product. Some of the best ideas that we have are very simple. It's by observing people. How are they using technology? Here you can see the yoga is just not sitting on one table. It is out and about. It is relaxing. It is working. It is creating. There's entertainment. There's consumption. People want the flexibility of a notebook to go create a document, use their Outlook, use their PowerPoint. But at the end of the day, they also want to be able to relax and watch a great movie, read the news. I talked to one of the customers and asked them what do they like about the yoga product. And you know what they said? Every morning they start off their morning with a yoga notebook. And I said, how so? And they said, well, I put the yoga in a tent mode and I have breakfast. This way, when I'm surfing the web, I don't drop the breadcrumbs on my keyboard. So again, a great example of how people are using the yoga product. Now, we started the yoga journey back in 2012. And we've been innovating ever since, making yoga better. Last year, the Yoga 2 Pro franchise, it got great reception. People love the fabulous screen, the QHD Plus 3200 by 1800 resolution. They love the 4 modes of laptop mode, stand mode, tent mode, tablet mode. I even had some of the enterprise customers come to me and say, Dilip, when can I get an enterprise notebook? So we made just one for them. We introduced the ThinkPad Yoga last year. Now the industry clearly has recognized yoga's design and innovation. 55 awards It's one of the most awarded notebooks in the history of Lenovo. Now, particularly, my favorite is the Red Dot Design Award. It is a hallmark of user-centric design. And our customers have also rewarded us with fantastic market share. Lenovo is the #1 company in consumer convertibles worldwide. Our average share is close to 50% in the last 6 quarters. So this is a category that we're clearly dominating. Now, we've seen a lot of experimenting out there. And we applaud the spirit, but we still think the original Yoga is bar none the best notebook out there. At Lenovo, as Amar said, we're constantly innovating, and we are never satisfied. We listen to our customers to see what do they like about yoga. How can we improve on that experience? We challenge our assumptions from experience from developing convertibles. And in the process, we've created something unlike anything out there. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the new generation of Yoga Pro.
A leader never stops pushing the boundaries, testing the limits, even if it means re-engineering convention. Yesterday, we defined a new kind of notebook. Today, we're challenging everything we ever knew, creating a product that's unimaginably thin and light. A new hinge, engineered from over 800 pieces of aluminum and steel, and assembled. A feat in engineering and software, something that will empower people in so many ways. New ways, old ways, surprising ways, smart ways. With intelligent software that understands you. The Yoga 3 Pro. A new generation of computer that adapts to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the new Yoga 3 Pro. You like that? Did you see that? Want me to do it again? There's innovation even in our packaging. I'm proud to announce the new Yoga 3 Pro. This is the world's thinnest and lightest 13-inch convertible notebook. It is only 12.8 millimeters thin. You can actually slide this under my office door. It's that thin. When I hold it this way, it's actually thinner than a pencil. It is absolutely gorgeous. Now, what makes this thin and light is the watch band hinge. This is revolutionary innovation from Lenovo. It makes the products 3 millimeters thinner and allows us to lay completely flat. The watch band hinge also provides 6 points of stability on our notebook. So you can have this in multiple orientations. It's very stable, right? And folks, while some companies design products that accidentally bend, this product actually is designed to bend. Now, make no mistake, the convertibles are proper PCs. They are fully equipped. You can be productive and be entertained. This has an absolutely gorgeous QHD Plus 3200 by 1800 resolutions. The pictures in this come alive. This has top of the line Intel M70 processor. A shout out to my Intel friends in the audience here. This has 8 gigabytes of memory, up to 512 gigabytes of SSD, and over 9 hours of battery life. Now, it's also available in 3 different colors: platinum, champagne gold, and clementine orange. You guys know which one's my favorite? The clementine orange. Who says PCs have to be boring and dull and gray, right? This is an exciting color. Now, not only is this very thin and light, it's also very smart. Let me show you how. This is Harmony. It is our new intelligent software. It ties together our hardware and software experience. It recommends new apps based on what other people are using in each mode. It is almost like crowdsourcing the recommended apps. It has convenient shortcuts right here in the middle. These are apps that you already have in your system. For example, you'll notice I use the OneNote app in the laptop mode. Now let's say I'm relaxing and I'm watching a video in the stand mode. Harmony knows that I'm using a video player and it auto-optimizes the sound. And look, in the stand mode, there is no keyboard between you and the screen. Even the sound is automatically optimized. And now, what about the tent mode? It's a great mode for limited space. We all know the airline seats are getting smaller and smaller. So on that airline tray, this is the perfect device. I can actually watch pictures on this. I can work in a coffee shop, viewing photos, no problem. Harmony will auto-enable motion control. Now, want to read a book? You put the Yoga in tablet mode, it launches an ebook app, and it auto-enables the paper display function. It adjusts the screen automatically to the surrounding light and makes the reading much easier and pleasing to the eye. And you can customize all these settings very easily if you want. Now let's recap. We just showed you this beautiful hinge with the Yoga 3 Pro. It is an amazingly thin and light design. It has the intelligent Harmony software that responds to you how you want to use the product. The Yoga 3 Pro, it adapts to you and your lifestyle. Thank you very much. Now you've seen this beautiful device. We've taken the idea of adaptability from our yoga notebook and infused it into our yoga tablets, breaking new ground over here and introducing my new colleague, Jeff Meredith, who's also the GM of our tablet business. Welcome, Jeff.
Thank you very much, Lee. Hello to everyone here in London. As well, hello to all of those viewing on the live stream around the world. This is an exciting opportunity for all of us at Lenovo as we get to talk about our pride and joy, the Yoga product franchise. Yoga started with a simple premise, as Amar said, to make technology flexible, to adapt to the user as opposed to having the user adapt to our technology. We started 3 years ago, and Since then, yoga has been our platform where we've showcased our continuous and industry-leading innovation. Dilip just walked us through some amazing work that's happened in terms of new innovations on our mainstay, our key franchise, and the beginning of yoga, our convertible. Now I'm really excited to share with you what we've done on the Yoga Tablet franchise in Gen 2. So just 1 year ago, we launched the Yoga Tablet Generation 1 in Los Angeles. This new-to-the-world form factor represented a new way, a better way for our customers. The idea behind the product was really true to the yoga core belief, and that is to adapt technology. In this instance, we spent a lot of time really studying the foundational use cases of tablet owners, and we adapted on the basis of that. We found 3 key things that users do with their tablets. They watch, they interact, and they read. Based on those 3 usage behaviors, we built a product that had 3 distinctive modes: stand mode, tilt mode, and finally, hold mode. And in doing so, we attacked one of the primary pain points of all users of all technology, and that's battery life, and built in a whopping 18 hours of battery life in the Gen 1 Yoga Tablets. So after 1 year, the results are in, and we're very excited to give you some feedback that we've received from our consumers. First, our Net Promoter Score. Our Net Promoter Score, for those of you familiar with Net Promoter Score, it's a measure of consumer satisfaction. A ranking of 60 is extremely high. And if you look in the technology category, and more specifically in the tablet space, there's only one product, and that one begins with an I, that has a ranking anywhere close to this. The remainder of the products, particularly those brought forth by our PC competitors, actually have lower scores in the 20s to 30s. So we're very pleased with year 1, and I know our consumers are as well. There's another point that I want to make here as well to you, and that is the passion with which Yoga Tablet owners talk about the product. And I know every company out there and every product can share with you great reviews. That's no secret. But I would encourage you to go check out the reviews yourself, because they exhibit a lot more passion and a lot more enthusiasm than what is normal. For example, Vivian in London says it's the best tablet I've ever had. This thing oozes quality. It has a nice weight feel about it, and then she goes on to talk about how she uses it in its multiple modes. I hold it by the round battery. It's easy to use on a table, tray, or just in your lap. Mark from California took us up on our 18 hours claim and did his own testing. He tested over a 13-hour period and found, after watching YouTube a ton, reading books, magazines, watching a movie, that his battery only went from 100% to 68% over a Monday to Wednesday time horizon. So we're very pleased with what we've done in Generation 1, and consumers have given us positive feedback. But that brings us to tonight. And what do we do in Generation 2 to top ourselves? At first, it made us a little nervous, to be honest. But we enlisted some help. We have a new member to our team, a product engineer who also doubles as an actor, is also as an 8-day dad, very near-term dad. I'd like to introduce to you Ashton Kutcher, who will help me walk through the remainder of our launch this evening for the new Yoga Tablets. Ashton, are you there?
Yes, hello, Jeff. Hello, London. Hello. I'm very excited to be here to introduce my other new baby, the Yoga Tablet 2. We began this process in October of last year, and our goal was to build a better version of the Yoga Tablet. And so, as Lenovo does, we like to make data-driven decisions. And so we started by gathering direct input from consumers of the first Yoga Tablet and competitive other products. And what we really wanted to hear is, what are the insights that make that tablet valuable? And I even moderated a series of focus groups myself from different folks, that you can actually see some of those focus groups on YouTube, and it was a really good time connecting with the consumers to understand why they like the product and what they don't like about the product, and what are the insights that make the product valuable. And what we derived was there were 3 key critical insights that we wanted to put forth moving forward with the next generation of the Yoga Tablet. The first thing was 80% of consumers use their tablet primarily in the home. 80%. So this device that all this time we've been focusing on, how do we create mobility? Actually, people aren't utilizing the mobility of the device. 80% of those people are using the device in their own home. 52% of consumers are regularly watching live or recorded TV or videos. That's long-form content on their tablets. And 56% of consumers are using the tablets, but they're also sharing that tablet between 2 or more people in the home. So we took those insights and we decided we're going to double down on the Yoga Tablet to make the ultimate entertainment device.
Ashton, I remember back in Beijing about 12 months ago when we centered in on these key insights, and we told ourselves that tablets were still a young technology. They were still a technology that had insights to gain and innovation to be had. And I think we've done a good job of staying true to these key insights throughout the development process, and hopefully you see that as we unveil the product. So with that said, Ashton, are you ready to give the audience here first look at our initial announcement of the night?
I'm all set. I am really, really excited to announce an all-new 8-inch and 10-inch Yoga Tablet for Android. These products are suited for today's tablet users, and I'm going to share more about the product features. But first, I think, Jeff, I think there's some news about a new member of the Yoga Tablet family that you'd like to announce?
Absolutely, Ashton. So in addition to our 2 new Android tablets, our 8 and our 10-inch, we've also added 2 new members to the Yoga Tablet family this year. So Ashton's got his, and I've got the Windows versions here. So an 8 and 10-inch version of the Windows tablets have been added to the portfolio. So last year we launched with Android. This year we've taken that same form factor, the same specs that you'll see in our new Android products, and we've coupled that with the productivity capabilities of Windows 8.1 to really enhance a yoga offering for those that want to use it for productivity, as well as great entertainment. So 4 products this year in the Yoga Tablet line, 2 8s, 2 10s. So Ashton, we just did a good job of just introducing them, but now let's get into a little bit more depth. And I'd like you to take that, let's go through the Android versions, and I'll leave that one to you.
Okay, so we have the Windows and we have the Android, and there's some key features that I think are important to point out in the Yoga Tablet too. So we know about the 3 modes. We have the stand mode and we have the tilt mode. And of course we have the hold mode, okay? Well, we've added a 4th mode, and we call this hang mode. And we get there by rotating the stand 180 degrees. And it's perfect for like hanging it in kitchens or home offices, or if you have a dorm and you just want to set it up on your bed and watch something. But that's not all. I mean, we actually completely redesigned the stand because we started to understand from our consumer feedback that when people were using the device, the angle of incidence of light that was hitting the screen sometimes made it hard to see. So we actually re-engineered the entire stand. So this Yoga Tablet has multiple stand modes at every angle all along the way where you can watch it. We also looked at the screen display and we said we have to do better. So we have full HD display with 1900 by 1200. It's true life visual experience and it's beautiful. We had dual speakers with enhanced Dolby audio for outstanding spatialized sound performance. And we did all of this while still maintaining the 18 hours of battery life. We added an Intel Atom processor. It gets 3x the CPU performance and 2x the GPU performance. The Yoga Tablet 2 is LTE capable. We looked at the whole thing and said we have to do better on every level, and we did it. And we built on a strong foundation with the key features and upgrades, which make this the ideal entertainment tablet.
Great job, Ashton. As Ashton said, we tried to take the best of Gen 1 and upgrade it in key areas. one of the areas that we focused on, in addition to those that Ashton talked about, was the keyboard experience. So shown here on the Windows 10-inch product, you can see a keyboard that actually has a very neatly, elegantly designed curvature to it that magnetically locks to the cylinder. The cylinder's a great place to connect to, and when not in use as a keyboard, flips up and serves as a cover. So in terms of upgrading the productivity capabilities of this product, the keyboard enables us to do that, and it's a nice addition year over year to where we've been with Gen 1 Yoga Tablets. So Ashton, that's not all, is it?
No, that's not all.
No. I think we have another product that we're very interested in sharing with you tonight. So, yeah.
Here's the thing, it would be enough if that was all, because these two products are unbelievable.
That's true, but it's not. But it's not. You know it's not.
That's not all. It can't be all.
That's not all. We have one more that we want to share with you tonight, and so we fought over it. But you know he's a little bit bigger celebrity than I am, so he's going to do the honors and take you through our one additional new product announcement for this evening. So Ashton, take it away.
Okay, we saved the best for last. Now, I think it's important. Let's go back to those consumer insights that we talked about, because we're about adapting what we do to our consumers. 80% of consumers use their tablets primarily at home. 80%. Over 50% are watching long-form content on their tablets. And over 50% share their tablets between multiple people. Now, with those insights, we challenged ourselves to make the world's best home entertainment tablet. And with that in mind, I am extremely excited to introduce you to the one and only Yoga Tablet 2 Pro. Now, what makes this the perfect home entertainment tablet? Check this out.
So Ashton, I'm not sure if you can see everything that's happened here, but it's safe to say that we've revealed that we've done something rather unique with this product.
Well, I think we did something extremely unique. We put the first projector in the product. And it takes home entertainment, the experience, it's a whole new level. The Yoga Tablet cylinder is the perfect housing to embed a pico projector. And you can control an on-off switch here and the focus right here. I mean, this thing, you know, some people are talking about 8-inch displays and 10-inch displays and who's got the biggest display and the plus phone and the thing. We have a 50-inch display. It's 50 inches. You can watch a movie. It's like your own home theater. And we have a couple examples of how users are going to take advantage of this. And first, this projector makes a perfect opportunity for memorable moments in your life. You could have 2 teenage girls sitting in a dorm room, you know, projecting a tear-jerker movie and having all the fun in the world.
Yeah, Ashton, that guy in the video there, young guy.
Oh yeah, no, I have no idea.
It's a little bit like a teenager. You don't know? Let's keep rolling.
You can have a family sitting around their living room and reliving those family vacation moments in a new way, where you're just projecting the photos right up on the wall. Or at bedtime with your kids. It can be more memorable when the bedtime stories are projected on the ceiling above the child's bed.
Yeah, you know, Ashton, as a new father, as an old father, let me give you a tip. This is a great way to enhance the evening tuck-in with your daughter. My daughter loves it. We do it all the time.
Well, my kid's only 8 days old, so it's not quite reading yet, Jeff, but when we get there, I'm sure I'm going to project bedtime stories all the time.
I'll give you a few months.
Well, but here's the thing. These are just a few examples of how users have told us that they're going to use the projector. And I can't wait to see, because I'm sure there's going to be even more than we could even imagine. But that's not all about the Yoga Tablet 2 Pro. What else makes this the perfect home entertainment tablet? Now, one thing that a lot of people neglect when you think about entertainment is sound. And I've never, ever, ever seen a tablet that actually delivered the sound quality that is necessary to actually truly appreciate the visual experience that you get from the product. So we addressed sound for the first time on a tablet. We embedded an 18-watt 2.1 JBL sound system with a 5-watt subwoofer. This is an industry first. This is the first time a subwoofer has ever been installed in a tablet. This sound is going to be the sound that you've always wanted from your machine. You don't need a Bluetooth external speaker. You don't need any other speaker system. The speaker system is in the tablet. And because we have the depth of our barrel, we actually have the ability to provide that sound system in a way that no other tablet can. But what else makes the Yoga Tablet 2 Pro so special? It's not just about the projector and the sound. And you're not always going to be able to project an image on a wall because you want to watch something. So we address the screen too. And this tablet has a ridiculously clear 2560 by 1440 Quad HD IPS display. It's unbelievable. And when you look at the display on this thing and you're watching a movie, you feel like you can reach into it and pull life out of it. Lastly, it's 13.3 inches, larger than most traditional tablets. Because of our insights and because we listened to our consumers, we knew that you're not going to need to take this out of the home to appreciate it. 80% of people are using their tablets in the home, so it didn't need the mobility. It doesn't need to stick in a purse. You can leave it on your counter where you're going to enjoy the content that you're going to have come out of it. So let's recap. For the groundbreaking Yoga Tablet 2 Pro, we have 4 unique usage modes, including hang mode on this guy too. We have the breakthrough projector, the industry's best audio system, and the first ever subwoofer in a tablet, and a ridiculously clear 13.3-inch QHD display. Oh yeah, we put the Intel Atom processor in this thing too. So you get 3 times the CPU, 2 times the GPU, and a battery life that lasts for 15 hours. Guys, I haven't even covered the intelligent software enhancements that we made. We put in intelligent app discovery, smart contact management, so your contacts are constantly being updated on your behalf, for you, interactive product tips, and we are extremely proud of this product. And I believe that we have created the world's best home entertainment tablet.
Ashton, thank you very much. I know that you can all see. I know that you can all see Ashton's passion around the product, and it's not because we gave him a script yesterday and asked him to memorize it. It's because he's worked with us all along the way on this, dating all the way back from last October when we sat down in Beijing and actually concepted this product collaboratively. So, Ashton, we're about out of time here today, and I know Mila's probably calling you to get home to the baby, but I'd like to ask you one more question, and that is, can you give us some key takeaways as it relates to the journey that we've been on for the last 12 months related to this product and your involvement?
Yeah, I think that it's been really special over the last year, traveling back and forth to Beijing, meeting with the product engineering team, having them come out here, us secretly sending products through the mail, like so we can look at prototypes and share ideas. And the exciting thing is that I felt the passion of the entire team to address every single aspect of this device. I mean, we're really, really, really hard to actually put something out that's going to be better than anything else out there. And there are things, there are product design ideas, there are features or aspects that are heartbreaking because you get to the finish line with it and it doesn't make it into the product. But at the end, you have the joy of everything really coming together and being able to present it to people. and having friends and family and consumers and other people appreciate what you've actually created. And I was thinking about it the other day, it's kind of like when you work on a movie and you spend a year putting together a movie and you wait for the premiere and then the movie comes out and consumers see it and we get reviews on our movies and sometimes they aren't so nice and sometimes they're really nice. But once you release a movie, you can't change it. You can't make it better. It's out. You don't get to take it back and re-edit it. And the great thing about this and this experience is the product that we created, we actually can make it better. And we're gonna make it better. And we're just gonna keep improving it. The same step that we took from the Yoga Tablet 1 to the Yoga Tablet 2, we're gonna take it again. And the great thing is that because it's software, we can update it over the air and constantly make this device better for the consumers. And I personally think that we have made the ultimate home entertainment tablet, and I hope that the consumers can appreciate that and people can feel that in the product.
Thank you very much, Ashton. I appreciate you taking some time out of your schedule from LA, joining us here in London and the live stream around the world, and also for the involvement throughout the past year in terms of our engagement on the Yoga Tablet. So really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So let me wrap up the product section. We've made 4 groups product announcements for a total of 6 products today. As we just spent some time talking about the Yoga Tablet 2 Pro, we truly believe we've created the world's best home entertainment tablet. In addition, we launched new versions of the Yoga Tablet 2 in 8 and 10-inch for Android, as well as 8 and 10-inch for Windows. Windows being all new to the line this year. And then Dilip walked us through an amazing new update to our Yoga convertibles. What we believe is truly the world's best convertible just got better. And I encourage you all to spend some time taking a look at the hinge. It's a true engineering marvel. So with that, that's our new Yoga lineup for the evening. New Yoga Tablet as well as new Yoga convertible. I'd like to have you join us on stage. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Products.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank
you all.
Not only of his new baby girl, but also of these amazing products. And I personally didn't think I could be so impressed by a hinge. But the Yoga 3 Pro hinge, you can see the design, the craftsmanship behind that, 800 individual pieces. Very impressive. And judging by the reaction in the room, the projector got on the 2 tablet, and also the cheer, thank you whoever gave that cheer for the subwoofer. I'm sure you're all impressed by what an amazing entertainment device this is. And not only that, but the story of what's gone into developing the product as well. It's a story begging to be told, really. So in that vein, let me introduce up to the stage Lenovo's Chief Marketing Officer, David Roman. I don't think we have to beg him to tell his story, so please join us on stage, David.
You don't have to beg me to tell any story.
Thank you.
It is a fantastic story. And you know, when you think about the park is all about change, about doing things differently. So on the marketing side, we also wanted to make sure that we not only show how different it is, but we also tell the story a bit differently. So we looked at 4 things that we were going to do a little bit differently. One of them is we don't want to try and make this a generic story for everybody. We really want to focus on the segments of the people who genuinely care, who want a product that is totally different, want a product that really represents their sense of style and is different. The second is, rather than just communicate everything, you know, as from us to everybody, we want to engage the users to help us tell the story. Because what people do with these products, what they do with yogas, is the most interesting thing, so I want to engage them in doing it. And that means that most of our communication is digital, it's online, we're using a lot of social media, a lot of things. But the real best part of the story is actually having Ashton to tell us. You heard him before, you saw what he does. Exactly. Ashton is a great engineer, a fantastic engineer, but he's an even better marketer. He is fantastic. So it's great to have him tell the story. You saw how passionate he is about it. He can do yoga poses as well, incidentally.
Yeah, that's right.
And our story is simple. We want people to see what we can do differently. We want to see the new way to work, to play, to watch video, to do everything, and that's what the communication shows. In terms of engagement, we're doing some things with our users. We actually started off well before the product came out. We started off in August with Tumblr. It was a competition of your hashtag Yoga My Way.
I've seen some of these.
Yeah, these are fun. And we saw the mysterious things, the strange things in some cases that people do with their yogas. And we have here on film some of the ones that we can show in public.
Right, okay. I think the other
in fact, actually, we have some of the people that won the competition are here in the audience. There's Amir from the Middle East, who set up this bunk bed cinema, which is an unusual thing.
A nice clean broadcaster one, that's what we like.
Right.
One I saw that I liked actually, it was someone called Antonio who he taped his yoga to the back of an airline seat in front of him, so he effectively created his own hang mode.
The precursor of a hang mode, that's right.
Yeah,
with tape. And we have Shannon. Shannon does her morning yoga with her sister via Skype.
Yoga with the yoga. See why you liked that one.
There you are.
Perfect marketing tool.
And then we have another one who's also in the room tonight, Stephen from the US. Hi, Stephen.
Thanks, Stephen.
And his application is a bit more mundane. It's actually doing some work on his sink, under the sink, with the going through step-by-step on his yoga tablet, which I think is great as well. The hydraulic mode.
Yeah. Perfect. Well, I don't want to alienate the room, but I know that you normally work with media types like these when you're presenting a new product for review, but I hear you're doing something a little bit different this time. You've got a program where you're actually contacting the millennials themselves and getting their opinions firsthand on these products.
This is in addition. So obviously, the professional media and professional reviewers, we love you all and you all have your products to review. No, in addition to the professional reviews, we said let's also get some people that are great communicators, that have their online blogs, that have whatever they do, talking about cooking and lifestyle, and have them test yoga and show the yoga products in terms of what they do. And so we've got a lot of these user reviews as well. In fact, we're starting off with 350 of them around the world in 39 different countries, so that will reach millions of other people outside of the context of a standard technology review, which is great.
So as well as your devices with the multi-mode, sounds like your marketing has multi-modes as well.
Well, we try.
And you did mention to me when we were speaking earlier that you're trying to, one thing you're focused on is merging the offline and the online activities. And that's a bit of a clue. I hear you're doing something really exciting for us guys in the UK quite soon.
That's right, the experiential thing. We love to have experiential stuff. In this case, it's the team in the UK, Mike from here, they came up with this one. It's at Waterloo Station. For those of you from outside the UK, Waterloo Station has the largest digital billboard in Europe. It's a huge one, 300,000 people see it every day. And starting from October the 15th, the billboard is up there with yoga, and there'll be a competition, and you can actually send in your photo or take a photo with your phone, send it into the website, and your face may be pasted up on that billboard, or on October the 30th, if you're walking past with your phone, you can actually take an image and have your face pasted up on the billboard.
So it can make it look like I can actually do yoga?
That could be. In fact, we tried one with you, Rachel.
Oh, really?
So we have an example here. There are.
Beautiful. Can we just pretend that was actually me, not superimposed?
That's right. Well, I tried one with me as well. I'll show that next one.
Oh yeah.
Next.
We've got a tablet here if you'd like to recreate that now, just to see how accurate.
I'm wondering.
No?
I wonder about this promotion. I mean, would you want to have your photo put up there?
Oh yeah, you don't know us Brits.
I
We'll be all over that.
All right, now, on top of that, obviously, we had to build a great web experience. We've tried to make the website and the web experience as clean, as simple as the products. Again, the focus is on the new way of doing things. We also are involving, through social media, our 11 million fans on Facebook and all of the other things that we do, so that we've got a good connection through social media, so lots of things that we're going through there. Something that Ashton mentioned when he was talking to us were the focus groups that he did. And these were very real. In fact, a lot of they're up on YouTube,
Oh, the
You
young
should really
focus
go and
group.
have a look at some of them. And there were real focus groups. I mean, we were really looking at finding that information from these users. But of course, Ashton made it a bit of fun as well. So one of the focus groups was with 5 and 6-year-old kids, and that's hilarious.
It
how
made
he
me
deals
amused
with
at his looks. Other focus groups might kind of get lost in his eyes.
No, that
Someone like
works
that.
very well. And in fact, in these focus groups, people came in not knowing that it was Ashton Kutcher, so they came in expecting a standard focus group, and instead of the normal market research person, they had Ashton. So we had some strange reactions there as well. There's one with more mature people, sort of in their 70s, 80s, and I believe beyond that as well. Tech entrepreneurs, and there was another one with twins. Actually, Ashton is a twin himself, so there was a cool one with twins, and we've got some images from
Familiar. Got one of those faces. My name's Ashton. I am a product engineer here at Lenovo. Do you find the standing up mode helpful in the kitchen?
Of course. I used to do it on the computer,
Okay.
but then I'd have to print it out, and it was on a piece of paper.
But now you know where they all are.
I know you put them on here, and you've got them.
So as compared to other tablets that you've used, how did you feel about the design and the form and the function of the hardware?
Cool. You can hold this with one hand, which I think is awesome, because I can't do that with my tablet that I have now.
The battery life, great? Great. Oh yeah.
really good.
Start 18 hours. Yeah?
Whatever happened.
You can go. Colton,
Yeah.
we're going to have an issue.
Yeah. I like playing like games. So that's a charming.
Colton, I think that you guys came up with a lot of really good ideas, and one of the things that we're doing with Lenovo is realizing how important it is for us as a company to listen to our consumers and listen to our users, and we're going to do our best to uphold our side of the agreement.
Wow, he really is getting involved, isn't he?
He really does. He does great focus groups. And of course, he does this yoga poses as well. It's all him. There's another great video, actually, that's up on the website of just looking at some of the behind the scenes of how Ashton worked with the engineering teams around the place, which is well worth looking at as well. We won't go through that now. We've featured, Ashton is featured in all the advertising. As I said, he really does do the yoga poses. He can do it himself as well. And that's in countries around the world. But I think one of the cool new things that we're doing is also a 4D experience with Ashton. And this was actually software that he had been working on, this Daiquiri software. And what it allows you to do is when you point a tablet or a phone at the displays that we have, it will pop up with this virtual reality image and a 3D version of Ashton actually describing the product and doing the product tour for you. You can rotate around him and do all of that.
Your own mini Ashton.
Your mini Ashton, you can take your mini Ashton home and have it there on your screen all the time. There you are. And we'll be having a demo of that afterwards, so in the back you can see how that works as well.
Lovely.
So, in conclusion, the products are fun, they're exciting, they're different. We wanted to make the marketing also fun, exciting, different. And in fact, the last thing I'd like to show you 2 videos. And these are ones that Ashton actually got personally involved in himself. And it was just a fun way to bring people into the idea of a yoga product and what it can do. And it's based on the premise that there are lots of things that you would like to do and you never quite do. And a yoga might just be what helps you do it. The first one involves a goat, so I'll play that.
Okay.
Do more of what you want with the new Lenovo Yoga Tablet.
Makes perfect sense now.
Yes. And when we release the video, actually, we'll release the outtakes of it as well. And there's the outtake where he actually did drink that goat's milk, and you can see the reaction to it.
Nice and fresh.
And the last one I'd like to end with, actually, one that's very topical right now with Ashton's new baby, is a spot called onesie.
Do more of what you want with the new Lenovo Yoga Notebook.
Octopus and an I love beaver colour. I just noticed that. Some innuendos in there. Wow, I mean, he's a product tech innovator. He does focus groups. He knits. He milks goats. I can see why he is. And he does yoga. I can see why he's your brand ambassador.
Excellent.
Right, well thank you, David.
Very much.
I'm going to have a look at some of that stuff online later.
Thank you.
Brilliant. Well, I think it's fair to say that Lenovo are doing lots of really interesting things across many areas, and obviously especially in devices that adapt to you with those multiple modes. Now, we want to make sure that you all get a chance to have a play, to get your hands on these products. So in just a moment, I know you're going to be very keen to get out of here. These doors are going to move, and behind me is a whole world of products where you can have a play and get your own 4D mini Ashton as well. So thank you all for joining us here in London. And if you have watched us online, thank you very much for sticking with us wherever you are. If you are watching us in the daytime, have a lovely day, and if it's nighttime where you are, have a lovely evening. Thank you very much and enjoy.